Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got one more game here against the Reds. Going for the sweep in this series actually. Although I guess we were in the last one too and we lost the third game, so we'll see what happens today. And here is Panpaca Park. You know, all these years, I guess I've never actually heard that word said. I'm just assuming I'm saying it right. Keep saying it until somebody tells me otherwise, I guess. Normal guys in the lineup, so we don't have another off day until May 5th. So be seeing a lot of the starters here early in the year, although I suppose that's how it should work. Gil on the mound today. He has not given up a run yet. Although, to be frank, the Reds have been the only good team we've played. The Brewers and Pirates didn't offer much resistance. Reds at least have kept us honest, even if we've still beaten them, 4 out of 5 times? Today's number 6. Anyway, Shao is going to start things off as he has been doing for the Reds. And he will go down swinging to start the game. One down, here's Norris Hopper, who's actually been pretty effective against us. Usually we keep a lid on him pretty well, but he has been getting hits against us this month. He grounds this one to third, Chief over to first, 2 down, and here is Derek Lee. And just this afternoon, I seem to have picked up just a little bit of a cough. It's very annoying, so sorry if you guys have to hear that. Lee grounds out to second. So 1-2-3 start for Cincinnati. Kester's going to start things off for the Squirrels. Reds with their normal lineup in. Jordan Tata on the mound. Here's Kester, still sporting an average above 400. Looks at a strike. Now, if this were Chief, I would say I expect it to stay there, but not Kester. Not a bad hitter, but I suspect he'll be somewhere in the mid to low 3s. 320, 325 is low, I guess. Solidly in the 3s. Maybe that's the way we should put it. Anyway, he's got a full count to start this at-bat, and he will look at strike 3. 1 down, here's Marvin. He will bat left-handed, and he will take strike 1. Guess he thought that was a low pitch, but... And then Tata thought that one was a strike. Nobody's happy. 1-1. Ground ball to third, Encarnacion off to first. 2 down. And here is Chief. He's been hot as of late. Looks at a strike. Hits this one hard. I think this is already his 3rd home run of the year. There it goes. 387 feet. A solo oppo field shot. And that will give the Squirrels a 1-0 lead. I mean, Chief has always had the power ratings to hit a lot more home runs than he has, but he's just always hit so many doubles. So for him to already have 3 in April, that might be significant. Terry already up to 7 home runs in April. Swings and misses to make it a 1-1 count. Swings and misses again to make it 1-2. That changeup bounces in. Oh, swings at the same changeup. It comes up empty. Terry definitely chased that one, but that'll end the inning. Squirrels up 1-0. The Reds will start off with Adam Dunn at the plate.
Number 44, Adam Dunn, left fielder.
Gil gets Dunn to foul that first pitch straight back. Yeah, fastball outside. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-2. This one grounded hard, but right to Kester. 1 away. Here is Edwin Encarnacion, who is, at least to my memory, off to the worst start we've seen him at, only hitting 161 so far in this young season with no home runs and only 3 RBI. It's not what you want to see out of your 5-hole hitter, and he will go down swinging. 2 away, here's Brandon Phillips. He will look at a strike. Another called strike. Swing and a miss on the curveball, and that will end the inning. 6 up, 6 down for the Reds. The Squirrels, leading 1-0, will start off with Frank in the second. First pitch in there for a strike. Little swings at a high one. 0-2. Hits this one into left field, and that will be a base hit. Leadoff single brings Tom to the plate. Actually waiting on Frank and Tom to hit their first home runs of the year. Tom will look at strike one. I feel like Tom's power has actually been going down over the years. He was our team leader for a long time, maybe for the whole season in the first couple seasons. I guess catching will do that to you. He does come up with a base hit through the left side. That'll put runners on first and second with nobody out. Zach way ahead on that curveball. Hits this one right to Ibar pretty well. He had to run a little more than I thought, but either way, it's an out. Runners do not advance. Joey at the plate. He'll take a strike. That pitch a bit low. A little bloop. They call infield fly. Phillips dives for it anyway and doesn't get it, but it doesn't matter either. Excuse me. Gill at the plate. Looks at a strike. Hits this one right to Ibar, and that will end the inning. Ibar's going to lead things off for the Reds. They're trailing 1-0 going into the third inning. First pitch to Ibar is a curveball that he swings over the top of. Another curveball that was in the dirt, but Ibar chased it anyway. 0-2. I mean, why would you throw anything different? Another curveball, another swing and a miss. Ibar looked totally lost up there. See if he looks any better his second time up. David Ross will look at a curveball for a strike. Gill finally mixes it up with a fastball, but he misses inside. Throws up a sinker and misses. Well, maybe a curveball's all he can get over for a strike. Well, that fastball catches the inside corner, so there goes that theory. Curveball again, gets a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, here is Jordan Tata. I assume it's Tata. The in-game announcer pronounces it that way. The in-game PA guy says ta-ta. But if memory serves, it's Tata. I only have vague memories of him in reality, but that is what I seem to remember. He swings and misses, and Gill cruising along here the first time through the Reds' order. We go to the bottom of the third. Still a 1-0 ball game. Kester's going to lead it off for the Squirrels. 2 strikeouts for Tata the first time through, and Kester was one of those victims. First pitch here goes outside. That'll get over Ibar's head and into the left center gap for a single. Leadoff base hit brings Marvin to the plate. Ground out in his first at bat. Though I think to Encarnacion, if I remember right. Anyway, a 1-1 count in this at bat. Kester takes off. and he will be thrown out. So now the base is empty with 1 out, and Marvin with a 1-2 count. So he did swing and miss at that pitch. Grounds this one through the left side, so he will just replace Kester. 1 on, 1 out. Chief already homered today. Was his 10th RBI of the year. Has an 0-2 count. Puts this one a line drive into center, but it does stay up for Shao. Shao makes a strong throw to first. Was a bit offline. Marvin would have beaten it out anyway, but closer than maybe he would have imagined. Terry, a ground ball to second. Phillips goes to first, and that will end the inning. So still 1-0 as we go into the fourth, where Shao will start the second go-around of the Reds order. 6 strikeouts for Gill the first time through the Reds order, and yes, Shao was one of them. That is not going to be a strikeout. That's going to be the Reds' first base hit, first base runner of the game. Norris Hopper ground out to, I believe, Kester in his first at-bat. So usually pretty good about remembering everybody's first at-bat. After that, it starts to run together. But Hopper with a 1-2 count. A little bloop towards first. Terry gets Shao before he can get back to the bag. That's a double play. So here comes Derek Lee. The base is now empty and 2 outs. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second pitch. Ground ball foul by the third base coach. 0-2. Bounces in a curveball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning. The Reds finally get a hit, but can't get out of order. It's been still 12 up, 12 down. Frank's going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. Squirrels also still leading 1-0. Frank did get a base hit his first time up. As he watches that changeup come too far inside. Swing and a miss to make it 1-1. Another swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Tata gets him with a curveball. Another swing and a miss. 1 down. Tom also got a base hit. So he watches that curveball bounce in. There's a called strike on a fastball. This pitch up and away. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. This is going to get into left field for his second hit of the day. So that'll bring Zach to the plate. He lined out to Ibar the first time up, and he'll take a strike to open this at-bat. Hits this one right to Phillips, also on a line, but can't get it through the infield. Joey ground out. Although I'm trying to remember how he did it, because I don't remember the runners moving up. Or was he actually the infield fly? I think it got listed wrong on the... No, Joey hit the infield fly. This game is lying to me. Runner takes off with the full count. It's a ground ball to first. Derek Lee steps on the bag, and we'll move on and not worry about that anymore. Into the 5th inning, Adam Dunn's going to lead it off for the Reds. Still a 1-0 ball game.
Number 44,
Adam Dunn hit a hard ground ball to Kester, but Kester handled it just fine. First pitch, called a strike. Second pitch, hit on the ground again, this time to Joey. 1 down. Edwin Encarnacion struck out in his first at-bat. Watches that curveball bounce in. Swings and misses to make it 1-1. Catches the outside corner. It's 1-2. Looks at strike 3. 2 down. Brandon Phillips at the plate. He also struck out his first time up. Hits this one, a ground ball, a little bit of a high hop to Chief, but not high enough. We go on to the bottom of the 5th. Gill's going to lead it off. Still a 1-0 game. Now I have to sit here and think about how I want to handle this game, because he's on pace for 27 straight outs, but it's not a no-hitter. It's not a perfect game. At the plate, he grounds out to Ibar, so 1 away. Here is Kester. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Grounds this one to Phillips. That'll be 2 out. And here is Marvin. He is also 1 for 2 today. He will look at a strike. Swings and misses. Pops up the curveball. Derek Lee coming in. Catches it just on the foul side of first base. Or the first base line, anyway. We go to the 6th inning. 7-8-9 coming up for the Reds. Squirrels still up 1-0. Ibar struck out on 3 straight curveballs, and right on cue, Gill throws another one, though that one ends up down by Ibar's feet. Throws him a fastball, and he will ground it to Kester. 1 away. Here is David Ross, who also struck out swinging. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-1. Sinker down in the dirt. Curveball swung on and missed. Curveball has definitely been working for Gill today. Swing and a miss on yet another curveball. 2 away. Tata's going to get to hit for himself again here in the 6th. He struck out in his first at-bat. Fouls the first pitch straight back here. And Tata will line out to Joey out to short. Oh boy, what do I want to do? Chief's going to lead it off for the Squirrels. He is 1 for 2 with a home run, has the only run of the game with that homer. First pitch is too high. There's a called strike. Hits this one towards first, and it is fielded on the fair side. Derek Lee standing on the bag as he fielded it. So 1 away. Here is Terry. He will take a strike. Behind on that fastball, 0-2. That's going to be a base hit into center field, a 1-out single. Frank to the plate, 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. That fastball down and away. Hits this one through the right side of the infield with a little bit of authority. That's going to put runners on first and second for Tom, who is 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles. Only 1 out. First pitch, a curveball in there for a strike. Tom's going to put this through the left side of the infield, but it will not score a run. The bases are loaded with 1 out. Here is Zach, who I don't think has a hit today. I'm not 100% sure of that, but he looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And pulls this one foul into left field. Popped up foul. Ross should have this one, and he does. So the base is now loaded with 2 outs for Joey. First pitch in there for a strike. Ground ball, so this will get the Reds out of the inning. Keeps it at a 1-0 game as we go into the 7th. Reds back up to the top of their order. Think I'm going to have to let Gill ride it out. Shao has the lone Reds hit in this game, but was then doubled off on a line drive to first where he couldn't get back in time. Though he is a speedy runner, so credit to Terry there. Shao with an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That gets Gil up to 10 strikeouts in this game. Hopper, well, everybody else in the lineup is going to be 0 for 2, so, just know that going forward. And Hopper's going to start off this at-bat with a 1-1 count. There's a called strike for number 2. Swings and misses at the curveball for the second out of the inning. Here is Derek Lee, who will look at a strike. Bounces in a curveball. Lee does not chase it. That pitch a bit high, maybe outside as well. One hopper to Joey. Takes a couple steps in before he throws, but I know that's a matter of timing than ability. So 1-0 Squirrels to go into the break. Gil's going to lead it off on the other side. Alright, carefully moving the mic back. Don't want any more of those incidents. So Gil at the plate. I do believe hitless today. His average is down to 111. That's better than a couple of our other pitchers. Grounds this one to first. Again, not why he is on the team. Kester 1 for 3 on the day. Tata still pitching well out there. Should note he's really just that. I mean, he's played with some fire, but only the one run way back in the first inning. Ground ball, too short. Ibar will take care of that for the second out of the inning. Marvin, 1 for 3 on the day. Fouled out in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Tata just now starting to wipe his brow. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So we'll move on to the 8th inning. Still 1-0 Squirrels, and Adam Dunn's going to start it off for Cincinnati. Oh, we're going to get a pinch hitter. Not who I would have pinch hit for, but I guess they got to switch something up. Here's Touch Eye. He'll start off with a curveball for a strike. Sinker gets a swing and a miss. Slider also gets a swing and a miss. One away. Edwin Encarnacion has struck out in both at-bats so far today. That curveball nearly hits him. Probably should have let it hit him, honestly. He'll look at a strike on that fastball. Swings and misses at a fastball. Sinker bounces in. 2-2. Hits this one. That will be a base hit into center field, and that should finally get the Reds out of order here. No, maybe not. They put in Pickles to pinch run. I was thinking there were 2 outs. There is only the 1. We'll see if Pickles will take off to try to steal. High hop. This could be an infield hit. Throw goes to first. Not in time. So that is back-to-back hits. Here's Eric Ibar. So the Reds finally breaking out of 27 up, 27 down. Officially. Ibar has a 1-1 count. Well, I guess they could get caught stealing a couple times. That would be stupid, but it's possible. Has a 2-2 count. Swings and misses at a fastball for strike 3. Okay, now for sure they're out of order. David Ross puts the one into center field. That's going to get down and actually even score a run. That's going to be the first run given up by Gil this year. Oh, ties the game. I guess I got to take this serious now. But he's got 2 outs. Let's see if he can get Jose Bautista. Runners on the corners. Starts him off with the fastball for a strike. This pitch a little bit high. Fouled back. 1-2. High fastball. Probably inside as well. 2-2. Curveball gets a swing and a miss, and that will end the top of the 8th inning. Gill, unfortunately, is not going to come away with a win. It's going to be a no decision. Well, I guess that's not true yet. We'll see what Chief does here. Bottom of the 8th. It's 1-1 now. Thatcher's going to come in to pitch. Joe Thatcher, if I remember right. Jose Bautista will stay in and play third base. And Pickles will go play left field. I do believe that Thatcher came into the 4-hole where Touch-Eye came in to pinch hit. Chief starts things off with the base hit up the middle. Here is Terry. He's 1 for 3 so far. And he puts it into right field, right down the line into the corner. Chief might score from first on this. He is going to stop at third. A double for Terry puts runners on second and third. Nobody out for Frank. First pitch up and in. That is through the left side of the infield. 1 run in. 2-1 Squirrels. Runners still on the corners. Still nobody retired. Tom swings and misses at the first pitch. Looks at strike 2, so I guess Gill's still in line for a win. Tom will foul that pitch away. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Here's Zach. Don't think he's gotten a hit today. I'm not super confident in that. But he'll look at a strike. Another strike makes it 0-2. Fouled away. A pitch a touch high. Fouled back. That'll still make it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Here is Joey. Runner still on the corners. First pitch is called a strike up in the zone. Pop fly. Ibar going back. Makes the catch, but not before the Squirrels can take the lead. So we go into the 9th inning.
Yeah, guess what I know how to say now.
Okay, we are in the 9th inning. Sorry, my daughter had to... She's not really learned the whole closed door means don't come in yet. Shibuya's going to come in for the save. We're going to put Phil out there to second. Hopefully double switching won't be a necessity, but we'll do it anyway. All right, Shao 1 for 3 on the day. Oof. I don't think that changeup ended up where Shibuya wanted it, but Shao thankfully whiffed on it. That's more what he wanted to throw, and he gets another swing and a miss. High hop. Shibuya is going to field it himself. That was tough, Shibuya and Shao. I kept trying to mix up names there. Hopper with a diving play by Kester, but no throw to first. So it is a hit up the middle, but not as up the middle as I thought it was going to be. So Derek Lee would be the go-ahead run here at the plate. Although he might be hitting into a double play. Will Phil get it to first in time? No. 2 away. Runners on first. Thatcher was in that number 4 spot. So here comes Thomas Perez. Of course, I think the Reds used most of their better pinch hitters last inning. First pitch, called a strike. The down and out part of the zone. That pitch a little higher up, gets a ground ball to first, and that completes the sweep. Today's final score, Cincinnati Reds 1, Indianapolis Squirrels 2. Kind of gave the Reds an opening there, leaving Gill in the game, but in my defense, he really hadn't given up anything until that inning. All right. Shibuya and Frank are going to split your player of the game honors. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. I don't remember who we have tomorrow. I kind of want to say the Padres, but I am not confident in that at all. So just tune back in tomorrow, and we'll all find out who we play together. We'll see you then.